So guys, Aisha Yesufu have a message for the enemies of P2B. Take a look, guys.
In May, to be 2 years that TINUBU was sworn into office after he had rigged the election. So why don't you focus on the things that TINUBU has done? That should be more important than focusing on the fact that, oh, Peter Obi either didn't convince you very well, or Peter Obi didn't do one thing or the other very well. This is not about Peter Obi, his conviction about whatever. This is about you, your life. How is your life there now? Are you getting value for your vote?
So this is just a snippet of what she said in this video, because today in this video she came out for the enemies of P2B. Like, she came out to grab and to tackle the enemies of P2B, those that are coming out to criticize P2B, that P2B have no legacy in Anambra State, that if P2B would have won the election, that P2B wouldn't have not ended indifferent. P2B, that's the only thing the enemies of Labour Party are coming out to say. That is what the cohort of APC are coming out to say steadily, that if P2B does one, if P2B this one. So this message is for them, from Aisha Yesufu. Take a look, guys.
So you, in terms of that, you did not, Peter Obi did not convince you enough about how practical.
Him and his team, I don't think, had practical ideas about the digital economy or even the expertise to run these things.
So the issue of production that he was advocating for.
Well, he's advocating manufacturing. We're never going to compete with China. I think it's very important for everybody to understand that we cannot be competitive in agriculture or manufacturing because we simply lack the infrastructure, period. And I think we should just stop barking up that tree. There's just no way that we're going to produce more than China produces. It will always be cheaper for us to buy from China than for us to produce it in Nigeria, for many things.
So we should just focus on what matters.
Focus on making revenue, right? You're broke. Why bother about making spoons for yourself when you can go work, get a salary, and buy food and spoons? Let's generate FX. Then we can worry about production later.
Hello everyone, I'm sure you saw that interesting take over there, and I see this happening a lot. This happens a lot. It's almost as if the conversation doesn't revolve around Peter Obi, there really isn't a conversation. And one of the things that people are so desperately doing is to keep saying that, oh, he wouldn't have done better, Peter Obi wouldn't have done this, Peter Obi wouldn't have done that. Who are you trying to convince yourself? I mean, decision has been made. This is election. Election has been done. It's over 2 years that election was done with. We are in 2025. This is March 2025, right? And by May, to be 2 years that TINUBU was sworn into office after he had rigged the election. So why don't you focus on the things that TINUBU has done? That should be more important than focusing on the fact that, oh, Peter Obi either didn't convince you very well, or Peter Obi didn't do one thing or the other very well. This is not about Peter Obi, his conviction about whatever. This is about you, your life. How is your life there now? Are you getting value for your votes? That's what should matter. Are you being treated the way citizens should be treated? That's what should matter. And if you that's okay for you, then that should be it. But trying to justify it, you hear this conversation a lot that people have. Some of them will be telling you things like, even if it's Peter Obi that was there, things wouldn't have changed. Even if it's Peter Obi that was there, this wouldn't have done that. Even if it's Peter, it is not Peter Obi that is there. It is Bola Ahmed Tinubu that is there. The failure you are seeing, put it out. The anger you are feeling, put it out. Stop saying that if it's Peter, if it is a Peter Obi that will be there, even if it's Peter Obi that will be there. The other time, I think it saw someone called, is it Charles Maduka or something like that, that came out and he too was talking his own, that if it's Peter Obi, it is not Peter Obi. Can you deal with what is on ground now? That's what the issue is. When Peter Obi enters, we will drag him, we will hold him and drag him. Right now, the person that is failing, don't use it and say if you are saying even if he's seeing, that means you know that the person who is there right now has failed and failed woefully. I think I'm going to look for that video, if I'm not mistaken, of that Coach Charlie saying his own. Just take a look at this.
I believe with no ambiguity that we are on the right direction. people, I'm in Nigeria, people have asked me, will this country, will P2B have done anything different if he won the election? I said no. He would have removed subsidy. From day one also. Naira need to find his value. But you know, it's hard for me to say this because you're a rich man. What are you talking? But what I'm saying is that the government should be more disciplined to use the money they have removed in subsidy to put it in infrastructure, so that people that you have taken from them, those who are flying private jet from subsidy money, their business is spoiled. But if you collect that money from them and squander it yourself and put it in a venture that is favorite in itself, you are from the same tomb to another tomb. You are still in the same graveyard. You haven't go anywhere. But you can harness this money now and put them in infrastructure where Nigerian citizens will get the benefit of it. The borrowing of a country is not a problem. What is a problem is, are you borrowing for capital development? Are you borrowing for infrastructural development? Because it will pay back for itself. But if you are borrowing to take a second wife, if you are borrowing to share money for poverty alleviation, you are deepening the hole that after we got inside, nobody can bring us out. So there is some level of discipline that is required to curtail excesses from the government. Are we in the right direction? Yes.
This is the way that some people are able to console themselves with the disaster that TINUBU is, and with the whole fact that the whole economy has been messed up. You see the way things are going in the country. It's unbelievable, to the extent where Buhari now seems as a better option. I can't imagine that Buhari being better than anyone in this life. It's an unbelievable thing, but sadly those are the things that we are seeing right now, and I think people should just focus on that and just focus on what is on ground. Focus on the person that is dealing with it. Stop bringing Peter Obi into it, Peter Obi not into it, and whatever, however. But anyway, some people, that's the only way that some people, that's the only way that they can get done with whatever it is that they are doing. So it is what it is. We'll continue to beat around the bush and continue to play ostrich. At the end of the day, whatever happens in the country affects every one of us. People sit down and think that oh no, it doesn't concern us. Oh, as long as they have money, as long as they do this, as long as they have that. Some of them have families, they have other passports, they are not of that. Well, one thing that I know for sure is that Nigeria has capacity to deal with anyone, no matter where you think you are, how much you think you've gone far. So if we keep supporting all the nonsense that happen around in our country, it's only a matter of time. Sooner or later, it's going to get to all of us. And one of the things also is that when karma comes, it doesn't bring receipt. It doesn't tell you that, hey, this is happening because of this. You just see things happening, you don't remember, you don't relate them. But I absolutely believe that there is one, and let's keep going, everybody. And by the way, this is one thing I've always said all the time. I'm going to repeat it here again. Everybody have the right to vote whoever they want to vote, whether it's a good candidate, it's a bad candidate, it's whatever, it's their right. Nobody owes anybody any vote. My own is that when you vote, stand on it. This is what I voted for. I voted. Don't go and be making excuses with other this thing and say this, that. Nobody of course should question you about your vote, but focus on the person that you voted for rather than the person that you didn't vote for. At this moment, TINUBU is the disaster in power, so focus on that. It doesn't matter whatever Peter Obi did not do. It's over 2 years. Let's go.
How shameful can this people be? The first person said that Peter Obi does not know anything about digital economy. Then the second person said that if Peter Obi had won the election, that he wouldn't have done anything different. But the question that Aisha Yesufu is asking them is, but Peter Obi didn't know the election now. So the one that won the election, what have he done? Shebi, the APC knows and understands digital economy. So what has the digital economy done to our country, Nigeria? May will make it 2 years in office and we cannot see one development, we cannot see one improvement, we cannot see one thing that APC have added to Nigeria. And yet someone is coming out to say that P2B does not have digital economy experience, or I don't know how you put it, but okay, let's assume that APC have it. But what have the digital economy experience or idea done to Nigeria? And he was even criticizing the issue of P2B talking about production, that Nigeria shouldn't be talking about production, that we should be importing more than producing. This is what someone that have digital economy mindset or idea is saying, that Nigeria shouldn't be producing, that we should be. I think I posted that video on my channel, on this channel. He said, I think I'll put it by the end of this video so you can watch it. He said that we should not be talking about production in Nigeria, we should be only consuming and importing. That is lesser and cheaper to import and then consume than to produce. And then he was not comparing Nigeria with China, that no matter how we produce anything, that we cannot be compared to China. First of all, nobody was comparing anything to China. People was talking about Nigeria as a whole. Let us work on our economy by producing. And then someone that said that he has the idea of digital economy is talking about consumption than production. So how can you boost your economy if you're not producing? So his own focus is about comparing to China, whereas P2B's focus is about working on Nigeria's economy. So between those two now, who look like he has digital economy ideology? It's P2B. P2B have been hammering on the issue of let's change this country, Nigeria, from a country that consumes to a country that produces. We are blessed in Nigeria to the extent that what is destroying us is mismanagement. This was the words of Dokubo Hilda. I also posted on my channel where she said that what is killing us in Nigeria is the management of the government. That Nigeria is a blessed country to the extent that we don't experience disaster, we don't experience earthquake or all these disasters that happen abroad or China, Turkey, but yet all we have is the bad government. She said that Nigeria are blessed with agriculture, Nigeria are blessed with mineral resources, Nigeria are blessed with many things, rainfall, but what we have is mismanagement of the government. That is the only issue Nigeria have. And this is the current government that are mismanaging our resources. And yet someone is trying to praise the current administration, saying that they believe in this government, that they are on the right track, that they have good intentions for the government. Imagine what somebody came up in a broadcast to say, that they believe in this current government. Please, has APC done anything beneficial to Nigerians? The answer is no. Not even one thing. P2B have impacted more lives than the current government. So between those two, who is fit or who has a digital economic idea? Somebody will be paid and then they will come out on social media just to alter negative things about an opposition. P2B have done nothing wrong to these people. His only crime is that he is an opposition. P2B have touched more lives in the north, in Nigeria, than the current government. I will say it from now to tomorrow. P2B have given boreholes to the north. Why? Because those communities have no clean drinking water. P2B came and became their savior. P2B have helped to renovate schools in the north. Why? Because students were sitting on the floor to study, but yet we have some northern elders that are busy eating northern money. They don't care about their people in the north. They don't care. And then those same persons were the ones that voted APC in office because of what? Their greedy self. But P2B single-handedly went to Egypt to make inquiry of how they manage their electricity so that they can minimize the electricity consumption in Nigeria. Don't forget that in Nigeria this year, under President TINUBU's government, they increased tariff of data, they want to increase the tariff of electricity. So how did they not expect Nigerians to survive? All this money they are getting from soil subsidy, tariff and everything, what are they using it to do? Is a question that needs to be asked to those critics of P2B. You can't just come out and be criticizing P2B, whereas the current government which you support are not helping matters. They are not doing anything good for Nigerians. Ask yourself this question again. What is that one thing that APC government have done for Nigeria? If you know it, the comment section, please. So I would like I'd like to know what they've done. Maybe I don't know what they've done, but you can air it in the comment section. But the truth is that for me, they have not done anything. They have not helped any life. Every day by day we are in Nigeria, we are expressing more hard lives instead of a soft life. TINUBU came in office. Now to buy data now to watch this video I'm doing now is even a war. To have light to watch this video I'm doing now is even a war. That's to tell you how our country have depreciated to the extent that people can no longer buy data, can no longer buy basic necessities. People cannot even buy food. People can't buy water. People can even water is not expensive. They say one sachet of water 15 naira. Soon night to get to 100 naira. And then how did they expect the poor masses to survive? How did they expect the poor masses to survive? And then somebody is coming out to side the APC government and criticize PTOB government. PTOB that is not in office but have impacted more life than you that is in office. Then make it make sense. And then tomorrow they'll be saying that PTOB is this one, that assuming it was PTOB, this would have happened, assuming it was PTOB. But it is not PTOB, it is not TINUBU. What have the TINUBU done? This is a question of what have the APC government done in 8 years that Buhari was in office, and now extra 2 years, that's 10 years, and then the extra 2 years again, which make it 4 years for TINUBU, making it 12 years for APC government. What have they done? What have they achieved? Just give me one thing they've achieved. Buhari made the economy worse than Jonathan left it. Now TINUBU is making it worse than Buhari left it. Who knows who will make it worse day by day? Because every day you wake up in Nigeria, we are hearing only bad news. Tomorrow they might say that they've increased electricity tariff, because they increased data tariff to the 6,000 naira cannot buy you a good data. And even if you had asked for data, it will still finish on time. It does not last. Like I said, we are all comedy in Nigeria, and yes, some persons are supporting the current government, saying that they have good intentions about Nigeria. So I'd like you guys to air your view in the comment section. I'll meet you guys in the minutes. Don't forget to also subscribe. It's your boy again, Kids World, and thank you for stopping by and watching this extent. I will see you guys in my next video. Like I said, don't always forget to subscribe. It's your boy again.